But for Buddhists, we need to send a message out. What's the message? Is we need to enter religion for the right reason. Then there will be no disappointment. How can you not give control over what you want to do to religion, or to a guru, or to a lama, or to the Buddhas, or to anyone, and then when you do things wrong, you expect them to take control and then solve it? That's illogical. You did it, you started it. So if you have 3 kids and you're supporting them, you have 4 kids, you have 2 kids, you have 1 kid, and they're a monster and you got to support them, they're financial drain, they're physical drain, they're physiological drain, they're time drain, and you complain, don't complain, because you didn't ask in the beginning whether you should have those kids or not. Because if you asked me, I would have said don't. Really, I would have said don't. Are they bad? They're not bad. It's a fact of life. So at the end of life, what you have achieved is a few kids educated and they have grandkids. That's not an achievement. If you think it is an achievement, watch National Geographic wildlife shows. It's not an achievement, because that's what it says in the Lam Rim. I'm making it funnier, but that's what it says in the Lam Rim. Nothing to be proud of. Nothing. But people who don't think higher are proud of that. Oh, look at my daughter, look at my son. Oh, poor thing. Take a look at you. Like they just drained you, and then you're just all dried up, and there they are. And then they do that with their kids, and the cycle goes on. Why are you proud? I'm not proud at all. So what happens is business. Oh, at the end of your life, you have $20 billion in the bank. Wonderful. Look at Anna Nicole's husband. He had like 20 billion in the bank. So it didn't help him in the end. He got Anna Nicole, he couldn't do anything. So what happens? So at the end of your life, you have $20 billion in the bank. Wonderful, congratulations. Donate it to KH, thank you. Are you greedy? Yes. How does it help you? Ultimately, it doesn't. Reputation doesn't help you. So when we enter religion to go to the gurus to solve this and this and this, and when they cannot solve it, and then we put them down, we say it's not good, this is not good, that's not good, we are wrong. We are wrong. How powerful a guru is how much you listen to the guru. Yes. How powerful a guru is how much you listen to the guru. So if you choose not to listen, then the guru is not powerful. Why? How powerful Lord Buddha is how much you listen to him. How powerful Lord Buddha is how much you listen to him. Even powerful bodhisattvas like Jesus Christ, among his own disciples, traitored him and had him done in and had him killed. Even his own disciple. And he's someone great. Who are we? So what's my point? My point is, if you enter religion for the wrong reason and you get disappointed, do not blame your disappointments on religion. Blame yourself. Enter religion for the right reason. What's the reason to enter religion? The reason to enter religion is to transform our mind, to make our mind strong, to learn, to listen, to meditate again and again, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, to make our knowledge strong, not one time, not 2 times, again and again and again, until a breakthrough comes, and then our mind becomes firm. Then when our mind is firm, whatever problem comes, whatever difficulties come, we can solve it. That is the purpose of religion. And each religion, especially each religion, and in Buddhism, it has very, very effective methods to make our mind very strong, very wide, full of wisdom, clear, with clarity, plenty of methods. And if we engage in it, it'll be wonderful. And while we engage in these meditational methods, while we engage in these great methods taught by Lord Buddha, while we are engaged in it, certain karmas can come up, certain obstacles can come up, certain difficulties come up. And during that time of practice, when we engage in, for example, a Yidam practice like Lama Tsongkhapa to increase our life or whatever, it will definitely work. When we engage in Lord Setrap's prayer consistently again and again to avert obstacles, it'll work. Why? Because you're attacking the karma 2 ways. If you attack the karma just one way, it cannot work. You're attacking 2 ways. One is by attitude. The problem cannot disturb you. Your equilibrium is stable and strong. Then the second way is you purify the karma by doing meditative practices such as Setra. So the karma is being attacked by purification and by strength of mind to withstand it. And what happens is you can either do Dharma work. If you have a lot of obstacles, The theory around here is, oh, let me take care of my problem, then I come back to the Dharma. Wrong theory. That's what my teachers told me. That's what Tsem Rinpoche told me. If you think that you have problems and you go away from the Dharma to solve your problems, wrong. Why? Your problems will become bigger. And that problem will lead to other problems. Why? The root cause is not solved. People always say that. I hear that many times for years and years, and I patiently listen, I keep quiet. Very patient, I say, yes, yes, okay, whatever. I let them go. Why? I know they don't know the Dharma. And I know if I speak to them, they won't listen. So I have to let them hit rock bottom. So what you say is, this is very simple. When you have a lot of problems, that's when you're supposed to do more Dharma practice. That's when you're supposed to apply the Dharma and more Dharma practice, more Dharma work. Dharma work and Dharma practice can almost be equivalent. Why? Because you're serving others, creating the causes for us to purify the karma, to suffer more. That's what my teachers told me. In fact, Tsem Rinpoche used to say, when you have more problems, you should do more practice. You should do more work for others. And you should, in fact, do Donglin. Donglin means accepting the problems and giving one's virtue to others. Even if one feels one doesn't have many virtues, you should give your virtues to others by Donglin practice. That's in fact what Rinpoche used to tell me. Lati Rinpoche told me the same thing. Kepje Lati Rinpoche. In fact, when we have problems, we don't say, oh, I don't have time to go to the center. I don't have time to do Dharma work. I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to do prayers. No. Why? That's when you need to do it. Example, if you're very sick, how can you say you don't have time to go to the hospital? If you're very sick, how can you say that? That's when you need to go. When you're not sick, you say, okay, I don't really want to go to the hospital for a checkup. Well, some people say you should go for a checkup just in case, be safe. You say, okay, whatever, 50-50. But when everything's running well, you should do the Dharma also. Why? To avert things that will happen in the future, which inevitably it does. So when things are going bad, when things are pressured and things are difficult, we should do more Dharma. We should apply ourselves to more Dharma. Why is that? For the very reasons I stated. Create the causes for the problem to go away in a big way, not in a small way. By putting more energy and time into the Dharma practice and Dharma work, you will see a very big difference in your mind. Doing work to help others and solve others' problems, you will see a big difference in your mind. You know what? And let me tell you something, the cruel, ugly truth. Some of us will die in this life with the very problems we try to escape. It won't go away. So are you going to spend the rest of your life solving a problem that won't go away? Some people try to be rich until they're dead, and they never become rich, but they spend all their time on that. They get nothing from that. When they die, where did they go? Take a rebirth as a spirit. So is that what you want? Is spend the rest of your life on even a problem you can't solve? No. I do not choose that. I do not. So what happens is, when we are doing Dharma practice, do you know how to check how advanced you are in your Dharma practice? Do you know how to check if your practice is genuine? When a personal crisis comes up, when you have a relationship problem, when you have a financial problem, when you have spirits attacking you, when you have people doing black magic, when the very people you love, your father, your mother, your brothers, your sisters, when the very people you love and the very people you care about are against you, or yelling or screaming at you, or unhappy with you, that's when you check your mind. How do you check your mind? How do you check your mind? How you react. If you react negatively, then your Dharma practice has been insincere. So if your friend yell at you, and you've been praying to set up, you yell back, you shout at them, you hurt them, your prayers to set up will not come true. Why? Because you're creating more negative karma. You're creating more negative karma. If you're creating more negative karma, how can your prayer come true? How can you shout and yell and put someone down and cut someone and say something negative and blame? They can be at fault, but you don't help them by being even more negative, and then you pray. Pray is opposite. Pray is compassion. Pray is patience. Pray is love. Pray is acceptance. So if you're not praying for the right reason and you hurt other people, your best friend, for money, for relationship, for money and for relationship, we can shout and yell and fight with our friend because we're so selfish we want money. And then we say to solve our own problem. Then we pray, then how can that issue be resolved? No, that's wrong. That's wrong. If we pray to God, to Buddha, or we meditate, or we read the Bible, we read the Holy Quran, we do any of that, the sign of us praying, the sign of us meditating is we accept more problem, and we're able to take on more and more and more problems. And the more problems and the more difficulties we take, the more we take, the lighter our mind becomes. And we're able to even solve other people's problems. How do we know that's the result of religion? Because when we look at high beings, that's how they act. Look at Mother Teresa, how many thousands of problems she solves in one day for people when she was alive. The poor, the hungry, the lepers, the old, the sick, the dying. How many people's problems she solves in one day. So that's why the way they do things, people fold their hands to them. The way we do things, no one folds their hands to us. Why? That's the wrong way. So, if we do religious practice, how do we check? It's when problems arise, how we act. How we act when problems arise is a reflection of how strong our Dharma practice is. That's how strong it is. When the problems arise and we react negatively and then we pray, why do we expect results? If the problems arise and we react negatively, then our Dharma practice is not strong and it's not genuine and not real. When it's not strong and genuine and real, then even with Dharma practice, we collect even more negative karma because we can be breaking our vows and commitments and words of honor and guru devotion. We can be breaking that. So it builds up stronger and stronger and stronger.